Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Varsity girls game. Tonight we are playing Gehlen Catholic. They are 1-5, and our home Trinity team is 1-2. For those watching earlier, boy, the JV girls game, what a barn burner. All the way to the last second. I was just informed that right at half or toward the beginning of the game, we were down 5-24 and came back and ended up losing 46-45, I believe, with a three-pointer with 1.2 seconds left. And let's get ready for tonight's starting lineups.
Good evening, basketball fans. Trinity Christian welcomes you to tonight's varsity basketball matchup between the Jays of Gehlen Catholic and your Trinity Christian Tigers. Reminder to practice good sportsmanship while bringing lots of positive energy. By being positive toward your team members, the opponents, the coaches, and the officials, you enhance the atmosphere for this event. Consider this your warning that any negative or derogatory comments, chants, or actions may result in ejection from this event. Thank you for your cooperation. Let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Jays, a senior, number 3, Sophie Rutten. Next, a sophomore, number 5, Kate Bonderson. Then a senior, number 15, Jaden Barfel. Next, a sophomore, number 20, Rizea Sitzman. And finally, a junior, number 50, Nevaeh Hodgson. The Jays are coached by Brandon Schecker and assisted by Brian Colbeck. And now for your Tigers, first a junior, number 2, Mesa Claveringa. Next, a junior, number 12, Micaiah Yeager. We have a senior, number 32, Anna Postma. And a senior, number 40, Kiana Heinen. And finally, a sophomore, number 44, Madeline Viss. The Tigers are coached by Mike Dieger and assisted by Chad Eitenbogard and Kyle Vanderbrink. Let's welcome tonight's officials, Ken Maxfield, Milk McPike, and Sean Wade. Please give them a hand. And now please rise, gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor our nation with the playing of our national anthem by the Trinity Pep Band.
Thank you very much, Trinity Pep Band, for that. Looking over the rosters a little bit. Leading scorer for Gehlen Catholic is Maya Whitehood. And Jaden Bardhole is second, and Sophie Rudin is third, with Neva Hodson coming in fourth. The leading two scorers for the Tigers is Micaiah DeYager, the junior, and the senior Anna Postma. And we're starting with a tip-off, and Tigers are going to run it down. They're starting off with the ball. Mesa Claveringa brings the ball up. And the Jays are in a man-to-man defense. Postma drives the ball a little strong off the backboard. And they're calling a foul on the rebound, possibly. Let's see what the ref says. And the foul is the first foul on Neva Hodson on the shot. So maybe a little bit of a late call. Anna Postma, she puts the first one up and in. Tigers lead 1-0. Up and no good. Rebounded by number 5, Kate Bonderson. The Jays run it up the court pretty quickly. Pass around, looking inside. Tigers are playing a 2-3 zone the way it looks. Put up by number 3 and partially blocked for 44 and out of bounds, and the Jays will keep the ball under their own hoop. Down to 10 seconds of the shot clock. The ball is intercepted by Micaiah DeYager. She takes the ball full length of the court. Left hand layup and missed and rebounded by Mesa Claveringa. She's fouled on the rebound, and the Tigers will have it underneath their own basket as well. Score is still 1-0. Foul this time is number 15, Jaden Bardhole. Tigers are looking inside for Viss. Oh, nice cut by Postma. Heinen seeing Postma cut across the baseline, and she puts it in for 2. And the Tigers begin a press. And they're going to call a travel on Kate Bonderson. She puts shoulder down a little bit, creates enough space, must have shuffled her feet a little bit on that one. And Tigers have the ball. And they seem to be content. Postma drives the basket again, and they call a blocking foul. Didn't quite have her feet set. First foul on Sophie Rudin. That'll be the third foul on the Jays. Passed into Viss. She kicks it out to Mesa Claveringa. And DeYager takes it in, dribbles it off of her foot. Picked up by Claveringa. We're down to 25 seconds on the shot clock. A lot of dribble penetration here, and kicking off for Postma. Oh, a little bit strong over the hoop. Oh. And Heinen picks up, and Mesa Claveringa nearly intercepts. Ball tips it out of bounds. So the Tigers will be setting their defense again. Does not. Looks like they are going to a man-to-man defense, possibly, or a 1-2-2. The Jays pitch it in. Oh. Isaiah Sitzman drives the basket, lays it up, gets fouled, and the shot counts. So her opportunity for the old-fashioned three-point play. That foul was on 32, Anna Postma. That's her first. Score is 2-3. Sitzman's free throw is up and no good. A little bit short. It's rebounded by number 50. Nevaeh Hodson. She gets a rebound and puts it right back in. And Gehlen has their first lead of the game. And Postman is being very aggressive around the basket, which is not a bad thing. The Tigers could definitely use someone just taking the bull by the horns there, and they're being very assertive on defense, trying to stop and getting in the passing lanes. Micaiah Dieger is the one that got in the passing lane and knocked that ball out of bounds. And the Jays over the timeline. Nobody tipped it, so that's not over and back. And that's going to be a foul on Kate Bonderson. And I believe that's her first. That's 4 fouls on the Jays. Coach Dieger is calling them for his girls to slow down, run the play. See what they do. Postman drives in. She kicks it out to Claveringa. Oh, that was Dieger. Definitely not Claveringa. Claveringa is running the baseline. Heinen drives to the hoop. Kicks it out to Viss. Oh, the referee is calling over and back. Looked like a pretty close call on that one. Oh, they're going to call a foul on the floor before she shoots. And the foul is going to be on Heinen. That'll be her first. Oh, 50 up and too strong. Rebounded the second time by Micaiah Dieger. She's going to bring the ball up. Heinen passes it to Postma, a little bit too strong. She wasn't able to handle the ball. Tigers being much more aggressive around the basket. In the defense, they're playing in-your-face defense. The Jays don't really like it that much, the way it looks. Number 50. Oh, we got a cutter. 15. Kicks it out to number 5. She drives, a little floater. And Mason Claveringa looks up to Kiana Heinen, and the ball is tipped out of bounds, and we have everybody in, everybody out. Complete new lineup for the Tigers. And also checking in is number 24, Larissa Poland. So we have Carr, Knight and Bogard, Alice Brummel, Kirsten Brummel, Megan Vermanen in for the Tigers. Kirsten drives in, kicks it out to Crystal Brummel. Long 3, just off the rim, rebounded by the Jays. Dribble drive by Poland, up and in. Kirsten Knight and Bogard just about take it coast to coast. Kick ends up Megan Vermanen, rebounded by Klein. Almost loose ball. People on the floor. And Sophie Rudin comes away with it. They're going to call a reach-in foul on Kirsten Brummel. That's her first. That'll be the Tigers' 4th. Nope, that's wrong. 3rd. Rebounded by Eiten Bogard, and she's fouled on the rebound. That's number 2 on Jaden Bartle. 5 fouls on the Jays. Hayden Bogart bringing the ball up. Heinen. And Klein didn't quite get a good handle on it. She walked before she was able to bring the ball down to the floor. Checking in now is Haley Poland. She's checking in for Jaden Barthold. She's got 2 fouls. Coach is probably not wanting her to get too many in the first half. And Tigers are back in a zone. Loose ball. Gals on the floor. Tigers will see if they can recover, and they do. Kirsten Brummel gets in the face of Sophie Rudin, and she drags her feet a little bit, so we got to travel. Now the Jays, they set into a full court press. Hayden Bogart is able to get across the timeline. And she takes all the way to the hole, a little bit light. Rebounded by the Jays. Step around is off the mark. Rebounded by Megan Vimana, and she passes it off to Hayden Bogart. Got a lot of skip passes going on by the Tigers. Kirsten Brummel's working inside. She kicks it out to Kirsten Hayden Bogart, puts it up for 3, a little bit off the back of the iron. Rebounded by Poland. She looks up to Sitzman. Rebounded by Kirsten Brummel here. And the Tigers bring it up. And Coach Yeager wants to talk it over. So the score is 6-3 in favor of the Gehlen Jays. And it looks like everybody in, everybody out for the Tigers. Coach looks like he's drawing up a play for him, giving a little bit of words of encouragement. Get things under control. Back in the Tigers, we got Kiana Heinen, Mesa Kleveringa, Micaiah Dieger, and Postma. Dieger takes it all the way to the hole. Gets fouled in her shot, and the ball goes in. She has a chance for a 3-point play as well. Right now the score is 5-6. That foul is on number 15, Jaden Bardhole, and that is her 3rd. Nope, I had that wrong. Haley Poland, and that is her 1st. The shot, Dieger's free throw is up and good. Score 6-6, all tied up. Looks like the Tigers are back in the full court press. They're going to put the pressure on. Looks like we're going for a trap here right before the timeline. And the Jays pass it ahead. Skip pass. And jump ball. Tigers getting hungry after that one. They had a little bit of shot clock trouble there. They got it right now. 23 seconds left in the shot clock. 36.4 seconds left in the quarter. The Jays inbound it. And they're looking inside. They end up passing it out past the 3-point line, working around a little bit. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Tipped away into the hands of a Jay. Puts up a 3. It was up and good. 18 seconds left. Tigers looking up. Pass, and Anna Postman travels. She had something in mind. Didn't quite bring the ball down to the floor. So the shot clock should be off. Yes, it is. 8.3 seconds left in this quarter. Score 6-9. And Right the last second, Kate Bonderson puts it up and in. So at the end of the first quarter, fouls-wise, the Tigers have 3, and Gehlen has committed 6. So the next foul is going to be a 1-on-1 situation for the Tigers. So we will see what the Tigers look like when they're coming out. So coming in the second quarter, it'll be the Tigers' ball. It looked like Coach Dieger was giving the girls many words of encouragement. I'm sure taking care of the basketball was number 1 on that list. Heinen passes it into Clavergus. She takes the ball to the top of the key. And a lot of handoff passes here by the Tigers. Jaeger takes it in. It gets tipped out of bounds. It'll be the Tigers underneath the basket with 18 seconds left on the shot clock. She passes in to Viss, turnaround jump shot, a little bit off the mark, rebounded by the Jays. Starters are in for the Tigers. And the Jays, they get it into the inside underneath the basket. She wasn't able to put one up. Long shot, gets rebounded and resets the shot clock. Oh, and that ball gets picked off by Dieger, and she gets fouled by number 24, Larissa Poland. That is her first foul, but that puts Dieger to the line for a 1-on-1. This will be her first trip to the charity stripe tonight, I believe. No, I believe she made one in a 3-point play earlier. The first free throw was up and no good. Oh, it ended up rattling around and falling through. Puts the score 7-11. Dieger's second free throw up and rims out and rebounded by Poland. She's strong with the basketball as she brings it up the court. And the Tigers, they're trying to protect against Neva Hodgson getting the ball. She is the leader for the Jays in scoring, I believe. No, she was 4th. She was fouled before she put the shot up, so the Jays will be taking it in underneath their own basket. Checking in is Jaden Bordhole, and heading to the bench is Kate Bonderson. And Poland for a long 3. And the rebounds bobbled around, picked up by number 3 for the Jays. Heinen picks it up this time, pass it off to Clavergus so she can bring it up the court. The Jays are picking up the Tigers a little quicker than they were before. Viss, passes to Postma, who sees Dieger cutting to the basket. She puts it up a little bit too strong off the glass. Pulling at the top of the key. And ball is intercepted by Postma, who is fouled by Hodgson. So Anna Postma will be at the line for 1-on-1. And that is Hodgson's second foul. 8 fouls by the Jays now. Anna's first one up does not touch the rim, so the Jays will be able to take it out of bounds, and that gives the opportunity for the Tigers to get in their full court press. And a diving Heinen tips the ball to Anna Postma, kicks it back out to Heinen and around to Jaeger. Postma is definitely working inside, trying to post up Hodgson. Quick shot, quick step to the baseline. Misses on the first one, gets her own rebound. The next rebound is taken by Kiana Heinen, who goes to the floor pretty hard. Maybe a little knock on the noggin, but it's a jump ball, and it'll be the Jays. The Jays ball. The Jays got a skip pass, pulling a couple dribbles, puts it in. Jaeger with the rebound. She's bringing the ball up the court. She drives, kicks it out to Klaverga. Drives in, kicks it back out to Jaeger. Jaeger up for a 3 and in. 10-11 is the score, and the Tigers are staying in that full court press. Madeline Viss sees the pass coming her way and hustles to intercept and tips it out of bounds. Everybody in, everybody out. Give the starters a little bit of a breather. Put some fresh feet on the floor. See if the Jays can keep up. Oh, they're going to call a blocking foul. I'm guessing on Ava Klein. That's her first. 5th foul on the Tigers this half. Long pass out to Sophie Rudin. Tigers are hustling their feet. We got a 3-point shot. A little bit strong, rebounded by Ava Klein. She gets it over to Eiten Bogard. Brings it up the court. The dribble drive really seemed to be working for the Tigers. Kirsten Brummel drives in, gets fouled, so she'll be at the line. Third foul on Bartle. 3 fouls in this half. I believe she just went out. Brummel's first free throw is up and in. Score is all tied up 11-11. 5 fouls by the Tigers, 9 fouls by the Jays. So from this time forward here in this half, we get 2 free throws per for the Tigers. Brummel's second free throw is short up in front of the rim, rebounded by the Jays. They are working it inside to Hodgson. Her shot is up and short. Loose ball. Kirsten Brummel's fighting for it. Throws it off the back of Ava Klein. Eiten Bogart tries picking it up. Taken away by number 3, Sophie Rudin, who tosses it up to Neva Hodgson. She goes up and she is fouled on the shot, so she'll be shooting 2. That foul is on number 14, Alice Brummel, her first. The ball is inbounded, and Kirsten Brummel knocks it away. Grabs it on the floor, rolls around, gets called for a travel. Looks like Coach Jaeger is right there trying to call a timeout. Not quite fast enough. Hodgson definitely with a shove there. So we'll be sending Tiger to the line. No, we won't. Offensive foul. So no free throws on that one. Higginbottom inbounds it to Eiten Bogart. Eiten Bogart kicks it back to her, trying to get it across the timeline here. Short time for the Tigers. Bit of a lob pass, and they look ahead. Get it to Brummel. Brummel loses the handle on it. And ends up the Jays have the ball on the way back. We're going to call it be a foul. Alice Brummel, that's her second. First free throw up, and she banks it in. So the Jays are in a 1-on-1 situation the rest of the game. The rest of this half. I'm sorry, not the game. And another bank in by number 10, Haley Poland. And Eiten Bogart pushes it up past the press. Well, we get it tipped out of bounds, and it looks like everybody in, everybody out again. The Gehlen coach is right there at where the ball went out of bounds, and Gehlen's coach was in disagreement a little bit there, but the referees are saying it's Tigers' ball in their half of the court. The Tigers set a screen to get the ball in to Mesa Claveringa. The Tigers are skip past the Claveringa. Three-pointer up and no good. Jaeger jumps up to try to save it. Ends up hitting Madeline Viss, who was standing out of bounds. So the Jays will have the ball. Full court press again by the Tigers. And easily broken, and skip pass ahead for the Jays. The Tigers settling into their defense a little bit. And they leave Rosiah Sitzman open for a three. She drains it. And it was a long one, not right up against the line. Tigers bringing it up. Ball's getting pressured right at half court. And the Tigers pass that this was out of reach of Claveringa, and it's over and back. (16-11) is the score. The Jays are ahead. Well, quick jump ball there. It'll be Tigers' ball. And a full court press put on by Gehlen. And a post from the senior. She's got a little more experience to this. Tries a little bit of a quick skip pass ahead to Heinen. Heinen fouls number 5. Kate Bonderson, that'll put her to the line. That will be Heinen's second foul. Third, must have missed one. Haley Poland. No, this is not Haley Poland on the line. Her first one did not hit the rim, so the Tigers will be taking it out, and Gehlen is able to set into their full court press again. See if the Tigers are a little more patient here on getting it across. A little smart with the basketball, and the ball. Claveringa loses the handle on it and bounces out of bounds. Two minutes and 13 seconds left in the half. The Jays are leading 11-16. Mesa Clevenger called for a reaching foul. So that'll put Isaiah Sitzman to the line. That is Mesa Clevenger's first foul, and the first free throw up and good. Score 17-11. Second free throw, rims in and out. Ball's tipped around. Clevenger comes away with it. And the pass across the timeline by Postma gets picked off. And we're going to call a shove foul on number 10, Haley Poland. And Makai Dieger will be at the free throw line. That's Poland's second foul. And that's 10th foul on the Jays. So this will be 2 shots. Makai Dieger's her first one up. It is a little bit long from the back of the iron. Yeah, her second one is up and good. She's 3 for 5 for tonight. I believe she has 8 points. Tigers in that full court press. Man-to-man press more like now. Makai Dieger passes a 20 off. Ooh. And we got a travel by number 42, Sammy Zubrod. So the Tigers will get the ball back. During that free throw, I saw Coach Dieger talking to a couple of the gals. So they're putting a game plan together to break this press. Got a dribble drive and kick back out by the Tigers here. Anna Postma skip pass over to Dieger, who dribbles, kicks it out to Mesa Clevenger. She puts it up for 3. Banks in and out, rebounded by Brummel. And in traffic, she ends up walking. So a turnover, and the ball will be given to the Jays. Tigers set up in the full court press again. There's a minute 11 left in the half. A little bit of fatigue kicking in. The ball gets picked off by Dieger. She's trying a left-handed layup. She goes all the way and puts it in. 12-17. That puts a little more pep in the step of the Tigers. They're looking for a defensive stop on this. And Mesa Clevenger reaches in, tips the ball out of bounds. It was a clean reach. And for the Tigers, looks like everybody in, everybody out, almost. Kirsten Brummel was in for Heinen because she has 3 fouls. So Viss is staying in on this possession. 3-pointer up. And a loose ball picked up by Eiten Bogart. She's going all the way for a layup and in. Turnover by the Jays, 2 points for the Tigers. The Tigers still playing in-your-face defense here, trying to get the Gehlen Jays just off their game a little bit. Nice box out by Megan Vimanen. She gets a rebound, passes it out to Eiten Bogart, who brings the ball up. Skip pass, a little bit out of control. Crystal Brummel with a shot. 3-point and off, and it was rebounded by Megan Vimanen. She put it back up, and it was off the rim. So at the half, start of the second half, we'll almost have a brand new ball game. The Tigers are down 16-17. For fouls, Neva Hodson for the Gehlen Jays has 3. Larissa Poland with 1. Jaden Bartle with 3. Haley Poland with 2. Kate Bonderson with 1. Sophie Rudin with 1. Now, there's no guarantee I got these right at all. But well, that's leading two leading scorers for the Jays with 3 fouls. For the Tigers, Mason Claiborne got with 1, Alice Brummel with 2, Kirsten Brummel with 1, Ava Klein with 1, Anna Postman with 1, and Kiana Heinen with 3. So the Tigers are sitting a little better in the foul situation at the half. And it looked like that full court press that the Tigers were putting on was working quite well. They gave them opportunity to get into some of those passing lanes. But then the Jays put on their full court press, and the Tigers were definitely having some trouble with that. But now they got the full halftime for the coaches to give those gals some advice and see how they come out. And we're back. 1 minute we'll be starting the action. I'm trying to get the guys at the scoreboard controls to send me a picture of the stat sheet so I can give you a little bit of an update, make sure my fouls and scoring is correct or not. We got Dave DeBoer over there along with Joel Venigdom. Usually they're really good at their job. Right now they seem to be struggling. At least getting me the information that I'm really looking for, but we'll see. So the Jays will start the half with the ball. Tigers still playing a little in-your-face defense. Looks like maybe a 1-2-2 zone is what they're after. All the starters are back in for the Tigers and the Jays. A lot of them look familiar. I didn't really make a big list. Driven to the hoop. Off the front of the iron, rebounded by Kate Bonderson. Her shot is off, but she's fouled. Free throws here by Bonderson. Her first one is up and no good. Notice she's got some tape on her left hand thumb. Wonder if that messes up a little bit her normal shooting. Not having any problem scoring tonight the way it looks. Second one up and no good. Rebounded by Heinen. She kicks it out to Claveringa. Claveringa over to Yeager and up and in. 18-17 Tigers. Their first lead of the half. Not very far into it, and their full court pressure is definitely causing some disruption. And Gehlen's coaching staff arguing with the referees a little bit. He's saying he called timeout. And none of the referees heard it. And now they're saying that one of them did, I think. So timeout, 30-second timeout by Gehlen. He noticed that his point guard was in a little bit of trouble, so heads up play calling timeout. So the Jays will be on the Tiger side of the timeline, so they get a fresh 10. But still 25 seconds left on the shot clock. Jays pass it in, get it in fast. Bonderson with a shot, a little bit long. Postma with a slight block. And Sophie Rudin, as she's dribbling along the baseline, off her foot, out of bounds, and the Tigers have it. And Gehlen in a full court press. Tigers looking ahead. And Postma tips the ball while her foot is on the line, so out of bounds to Gehlen. And the ball is brought up. Jays really trying to get Sitzman open, setting screens at the top of the key. Wonder if they're going for the pick and roll, and they get it down to the inside. And the shot by Jaden Bardhole up and in. Still full court press, and a quick passes by the Tigers. They break the press. Postma puts it up. She's short off the front. Loose ball. Heinen's diving for it. Doesn't quite get it. Ball stays in bounds. Picked up by Hodson. She passes it up. Intercepted by Postma. She looks ahead to Heinen. She dribbles once, puts it up and in. 20-19. Back and forth battle we got going on between the Lady Jays and our Trinity Tigers. And Bonderson takes the hoop, a little strong off the backboard, picked up by Mesa Claverga. She brings it up, looks ahead to Dieger, who drives to the basket and takes a shot, fouled, up and in. Tigers with an opportunity for a three-point play here. That foul was on Sophie Rudin, her second. Kirsten Brummel checks in for Heinen. Heinen's been running all over, diving, sacrificing her body for the ball. Makai Dieger's free throw is up and no good. Ball taken away by Madeline Viss. She gets tied up, and we got a jump ball. The Tigers ball. And Jay still in the full court press. Skip passes by the Tigers, and they get it across the timeline. Pass to Viss. Bobbled around. It looks like it's staying on with the Tigers. Postma passing the ball in. She gets it over to Dieger in the bottom corner. Dieger dribble drive, takes it all the way to the hole, and up and in. And Jay's pass it ahead. Tough pass. Brought down by number 3. She takes a shot. Postum dribbles it up. Gets into some traffic. Kicks. Ooh, we got an extra step there by Makai Dieger. She had something in mind. Things look a little bit different. Poland's checking in. And Rudin goes to the bench. She gets a little bit of a break. Tigers in that full court press. Pass ahead to Poland, and she loses the handle on it, and it's out of bounds, and Tigers get it at the timeline here. 5 minutes left in the quarter. Score 24-19. Tigers been on quite a run. Tough pass. Postman gets it into Dieger, kicks it over to Claveringa. She puts up a 3. And it was a little bit off the mark. Long rebound by the Jays. Three-pointer put up by Sitzman, off the mark. Postman with the rebound, bringing it up. She gives it over to Claveringa. Claveringa with a dribble drive, kicks it over to Brummel. Brummel with a jumper, off the mark, a little bit short. I think the Jays might have got a piece of that. Sitzman had something in mind there. She saw somebody open, but a Tiger must have been closing in. Interrupted her passing idea, and she travels with the ball. Everybody in, everybody out. Looks like they got Heinen with this group. Oh, and then she gets trapped, pressured in the corner, and loses the ball and commits a foul. That'll be number 4 on her. Second. No, they did not call a foul. Said she was out of bounds. My bad. Skip pass across the top of the key, number 5. Drive baseline. Jump ball. Sophie Rudin, she drove the baseline there and was going to go up for a layup. And the Tigers tied up the ball in her mid-jump. Skip pass ahead. Nearly lost by the Tigers. Three-pointer by Crystal Brummel. Nope. Karen Eitenbogart shot that three-pointer. The Tigers, their subs, they're going in that full court press. Going to really put the pressure on. See if they can get a turnover and get the ball back. Skip pass all the way. A little bit strong, off the mark. Ava Klein was trying to pass it out to Kiana Heinen, and the ball gets tipped away. It stays with the Tigers. They got a fresh 10 getting across the timeline, but the shot clock is down to 30. We lost 5 seconds on that one. Back and forth, skip pass all the way, trying to get to Klein. It wasn't quite strong enough, picked off by Sophie Rudin. First shot up and off the mark. Now the Tigers are fighting for the rebound. Cara Eitenbogart takes it down. She passes over to Micaiah Dieger. Looks like they put in a little bit of a more experienced ball handler with Micaiah Dieger to bring the ball up. It was over in the corner, and Kiana Heinen gets trapped. Looks like the Jays are probably playing a four-corner trap. Coach Dieger is right there to call a timeout. Two minutes and 54 seconds left in the quarter. Your Trinity Tigers leading 24-19. That was a 30-second timeout taken by Coach Dieger. And the Tigers will have the ball on the sideline down in the corner. The Tigers will break out of their line. Long skip pass by Crystal Brummel, I think. 14. Alice. Keep calling her Crystal. It's been Alice the whole time. Who'd know? And, we got a double dribble. Double dribble by Sophie Rudin. There were some quick passes ahead, and the Jays had what looked like was going to be an easy basket. She lost the handle on a little bit. Tigers bringing the ball up the timeline. Eitenbogart gets it across, kicks it over to Jaeger. Alice Brummel in the corner, calling for it. She shot a three off the side of the bankboard, rebounded by the Jays. Sitzman bringing it up. Shot by Rudin, I believe, for two. Score is 24-21. The Tigers in the lead. That press is really putting a strain. We got a nice skip pass over to Ava Klein, who puts it up for two. Tigers make it back to put it back to a two-possession game. A lot of skip passes, looking ahead, going very well. Just off of the rim, rebounded by Heinen. She's going to bring it up herself. Did not reach the timeline. Passes back to Jaeger to get it across. Long pass to Alice Brummel. Three-pointer by Kirsten Eitenbogart, just off the back of the iron. Jaeger comes storming in. Hits the ball out of bounds. Everybody in, everybody out. Looks like we're back to the original starters, almost. Kirsten Brummel is in. Long pass to half court, across the middle of the court. That pass is tipped a little bit by Kirsten Brummel. Jays are able to get back control, kick it back out. The shooter, number 20, Sitzman with a three. Anna Postma dribbling and looking to pass and ends up with travel. Number 20, Isaiah Sitzman. Just from what I was hearing from the Tigers coach, she's definitely known as a shooter. Kind of a little bit of, I don't want to call it garbage, just loose basketball here. The ball's going back and forth, picked off. The Jays have it, then the Tigers, then the Jays, and Then the Tigers' long pass gets picked off, and the Jays bring it back up the court, set up their offense. Two-pointer, long two-pointer by Jaden Bartles. That pass was nearly intercepted. And Kirsten Brummel, nice post move. She puts it up and in. Tigers down by, up by one. And that's the end of the quarter. So these won't be live stats that I just finally got from my scorers tables. Well, I'm no good at reading this thing. I'm going to have to take a little bit of course in this alone. I'd show it to you, but I'm really far from the camera. So, at the end of the third quarter, the Tigers are leading 28-27. The Tigers have one team foul, while the Jays have two, so pretty evenly matched on that. And I'm sure that both coaches are talking to their team about how to break this press. At the end of the quarter there, the Jays definitely had it figured out. They were doing some quick passes before the Tigers had any time to react. Advancing the ball up the court and finding the open cutter to the lane. The Tigers are going more of the old conventional way, slow and steady, wins the race across the timeline. Start of the fourth quarter will be Gehlen's ball. Looks like they have all their original starters in for this quarter. Sitzman takes it across the timeline. She passes it in to number 50, Neva Hodson. She puts it up. And it's off the mark, rebounded by Kirsten Brummel. She drops it off to Claveringa, who passes out to Viss and gets it into Brummel, who puts it up and in, is foul on the shot. Looks like they're having Madeline Viss start the low post and kick out past the three-point line, and Kirsten Brummel to post up. Her free throw is up and good to complete the three-point play. Tigers are up 30-27. They start again in that full court press. Inerrant pass by Sitzman, but it is picked off. Is almost picked off and gets passed up the court and underneath the basket. She tries finding the open gal. And the ball gets poked out of bounds by Madeline Viss. Inbounded. And the Tigers are definitely got their eyes set on Sitzman, so she won't be shooting any threes as their plan. Ball's inbounded. The Jays are in a full court press. Tigers pass it up to Brummel. She's dribble driving before she kicks it back out. Around the top of the key. Dieger with a three-pointer. Rebounded by Brummel, a little strong off the board. Rebounded by Neva Hodson. And a block by Madeline Viss. He kicks it out to Dieger to bring it up the court. The Jays are able to set up in a press off of a missed shot. Three-pointer by Heinen off the mark. She drives in to try to get her own rebound, puts the pressure on the ball. Hodgson passes it over to Sitzman, trying to slow it down a little bit. She's trying to create space for herself. Hodgson in the corner looking for a skip pass for a driving Sitzman. A little strong, rebounded by Kirsten Brummel, kicks it over to Dieger. And one ref called a carry, the other ref said it was tipped. That ball was tipped, so they're going to call a carry. So the Tigers are going to have it right at the timeline. That's why They have 3 referees on the court so they can see it all and they can converse. We got a timeout by the Jays. A full. So we'll grab a drink of water here. Six minutes left in the game. The Tigers are ahead 31-29. Hard-fought battle. Both teams looking for that second win of the season. Kiana Heinen will take it out. She passes in cross court to Micaiah Dieger. Gehlen is putting on a lot of ball pressure. Quick passes by the Tigers. The three-pointer up and rims out for Micaiah Dieger. Rebounded by Sophie Rudin. Passes it out to Sitzman. She brings the ball up the court. Face guarding. Hodson in the middle of the lane gets for 2. Dieger bringing the ball up. Skip pass ahead to Heinen, who passes it to Brummel. He's off the mark and on the rebound, I believe she commits a foul. That'll be her second. Team second of the half. Skip pass all the way up to Bonderson. Passes it off to Bardhole, and we got a three-pointer long off the back of the rim by Sitzman and out of bounds. Heinen was right there, but chose to let the ball go all the way out of bounds. And allowing the Jays to set up their full court pressure. She tried a pass ahead to Viss. It was poked out of bounds. Passed in to Madeline Viss, who hits a cutting Dieger, who gives the ball fake and puts it up and in, is fouled by number 3, Sophie Rudin. That's her third. And Dieger, I believe she has 17 points in this game. She completes the three-point play. Still a full court press. Jays get it to the middle. Jays definitely trying to keep it in the hands of their high scorer, Sitzman. Ball gets tossed up to Bartle and juggled around, and it's off of number 40, Kiana Heinen. So the Jays will have it underneath their own basket. Pass over the top to Hodgson. Gets tipped and picked up by Madeline Viss. Dieger drives all the way to the basket, kicks it out to Heinen. Heinen tries to pass it back out to her, and the ball gets picked off. And we got a three-pointer by Kate Bonderson is off the mark. Rebounded by Madeline Viss. Claveringa brings it up, tries to skip pass to Heinen. Heinen gets double teamed and gets fouled. By Sitzman. The 15th foul. No, they called that on Bonder. Sophie Rudin. No, Bonder. Yeah, I was right. Sitzman. Three-pointer by Ava Klein is off the mark. Rebounded by Megan Van Manen. She gets tied up, and we got a jump ball, and it'll be the Jays' ball. Tigers with mixing up the substitutions here. It wasn't all in, all out. Foul on a drive. Sophie Rudin drove to the basket. She gets fouled on the shot. She's fouled by Megan Vamana, and that's her first. First free throw is up and missed everything but the backboard on that one. And the second one, it rims in and out, and it's brought down by Ava Klein. Kicks it out to Karen Eitenbogard. Tigers are passing around. Anna Postman with a jump shot, just a little bit long. Off the mark, rebounded by Rudin. She gives it off to Sitzman, who brings the ball up. Picked up immediately by Eitenbogard. Jays passing around the perimeter. Sitzman drives, left-handed, up and in. Little floater, works pretty good. The ball gets put into Alice Brummel. Skip pass to a driving Postma, who shoots middle lane up for two. 36-33, one possession game still. Ball is passed up to the middle. And two Tigers right away. Long two by Vamanen. Misses the mark, rebounded by Rudin. Passes it over to Sitzman. Still a three-point game. Bartle and Sitzman back and forth, and it's off of the foot of Megan Van Manen, out of bounds underneath the basket for the Jays. Hodgson and Poland back in for the Jays. Long three, off the mark, rebounded by Postma. She's looking ahead. The ball gets tipped. Loose ball brought back by Postma. She gets that ball knocked away. Ava Klein over to Eitenbogard. Tigers keeping it out. Postma, jump shot, and gets fouled by Hodgson. So she'll go to the line shooting two. It's Hodgson's fourth. Team foul number 6. Everybody but Postma out for the Tigers. Second free throw about to be on its way. Postma got called for crossing the free throw line last Friday a couple times. So she's watching that really carefully. Her second free throw is up and good. Two possession game. Long pass in and out of the hands of Haley Poland, and Heinen gets in the way. Ball's on the floor. Viss ends up with it. She hands it over to Heinen. He dribbles and finds Viss in the corner. A skip pass to Yeager and Claveringa. Yeager ends up with it. Heinen with a three, it's short. Postma and Claveringa both are driving for it out of bounds and save it. Ends up with the Jays. Still a two-possession game, 37-33. Minute 16 left in the game. And a three-pointer long over the hoop Postma couldn't get a handle on it. It goes out of bounds for her. Checking into the game, Sophie Rudin and Kate Bonderson. Jay's looking for some fresh legs out there. Number 15, Jaden Bartle, drives the lane and 2-point jumper. Full court press. Tigers got to get moving. A pretty poor pass, and Yeager loses it. And the referee says no, that was off of the Jays. And Coach Mike Yeager wants a timeout. He's going for a full. We got 47 seconds left in the half. And I think he's going to be given strict instructions on how to break this press. Be looking ahead, make strong passes. Be strong with the ball. If the Jays start to foul, the Tigers will be heading to the line with a 1-on-1. They have 6 fouls right now. Okay. 16 fouls. Tigers have 3. Neva Hudson, she has 4 fouls. And Bartle, she might have 4 as well. And I don't know exactly how many points Jaden has in this game. The Tigers got her into foul trouble early. And the Jays are setting up the press. The Tigers get it across the line. Yeager's driving all the way in, kicks it out to Claveringa, who passes over Anna Postma with a long 2-pointer. Doesn't hit anything. Rebounded and brought up by the Jays. Sophie Rudin, coast to coast, up and in and fouled. Opportunity for a 3-point play. Tie game 37-37 with the Jays. 31 seconds to go with an opportunity to make it a 1-point game. Free throw is up and no good. Rebounded by Heinen. She gets it over to Yeager. Yeager gets her pocket pick. Picked up by Claveringa. And Yeager, Coach Yeager's taking a timeout. We got 20 seconds left in the game. Gonna draw up a play, try to put it in the basket to keep this thing from going into overtime. All the way through, this game has been close. I think the Tigers had a 5-point lead at one point, and that was the biggest lead of the game, other than the Jays at the beginning of at the very start of this game. Right now, I couldn't tell you if, for the Tigers who's got a hot hand, so we will see what the play call is here. Like I said, 19.9 seconds left in the half. Heinen will be taking it in directly in front of the Tigers bench. Ball gets into Postma, and she is fouled. So Postma will be put to the line. There's 18 seconds left. That took 1.9 seconds off of the clock. And the foul is on Neva Hutchins. That's her 5th. She fouled out. Number 24, Larissa Pullen, will be coming in for her. Sitzman says, "You're on the line." And the first free throw is up and off the back of the rim. Rebound gets bobbled around a little bit and knocked out of bounds by the Jays. Jaeger calling the inbound play. Long pass to Viss. Postman kicks it over to Clevenger. Jaeger takes it to the basket. Gets called for the charge. 9.6 seconds left in this game. Micaiah Jaeger commits a charge. Micaiah slow to get up. She might have turned her ankle a little bit on that one. Timeout called by the Jays. A full. .6 seconds left in this game, and we are tied 37-37. The referee's talking to the score table, not sure what they're discussing to make sure something they got right or wrong. Now they get in a little bit of a circle.
To go along with our scoring fiasco, we now have a timeout fiasco as our scorers table has been improperly given Gehlen Catholic Trinity Christian's timeouts. The Jays should have 3 timeouts left in this game.
Don't know what's going on there, but I'm hearing rumblings about a scoring fiasco as well, so I'm not sure what's going on at that score table, but ball gets given to Pullen, passed ahead to Sitzman now. She puts it up in the middle of the lane, no good, rebounded, loose ball. Oh, we get a foul. Not sure if it was a on the floor foul or what was going on here. The foul was on the floor. The referee says it was on the floor, much to the disappointment of Gehlen. And what I'm overhearing from the other announcer, according to him, Trinity Christian should have won this ball game. But because the scorers table's mixed up, we're going into overtime. So we'll be going into overtime here. Also was a bit of a mix-up too, the way it sounds is jump ball. And the Tigers end up with it. Pass it ahead to Claveringa. Ball pressure defense by the Jays. And we got a foul on number 20, Isaiah Sitzman. And because that's the 8th in this half, Heinen goes to the line for a 1-and-1. On the front end, it is long and off the back. Rebounded by Poland for Gehlen. She's bringing it up, pass it over to Sitzman. Skip pass over to Bartle. Back Sitzman at top of the key. Screen set by her. 2-point jump shot, rebounded by Kirsten Brummel. Dribbles out of trouble. She passes over to Claveringa, who brings it across the timeline. In the corner for Viss. Put in down low for Postma. Ball gets taken away by number 3, Sophie Rudin. She gets fouled by Heinen. So Sophie Rudin will go to the line for 1-and-1. The 4th foul by Kiana Heinen. But everything I'm hearing from the announcer next to me, we should not be in overtime, they're saying. Trinity Christian won this game by 1, but a mix-up by the scorer's table. That free throw was long rebound, passed over to Claveringa. She brings it up the court. Postma drives it in, kicks it out to Heinen. She shoots a 3. It's short, saved by Postma, right into the hands of number 15, Bartles. Looks ahead, Poland for a jump shot off the back of the iron, rebounded by Brummel. Gives it off to Heinen, who kicks it over to Mesa Claveringa. Mesa Claveringa drives in, kicks it out to Heinen. Heinen is fouled on the floor, but still will be going to the line for 1-and-1. So when all is said and done, I'm not sure how this is going to go if they go over all the stats and they find out that Trinity has won by 1, or if we find out at the end of this overtime. High rebound by Brummel. She's tied up. And there's the jump ball, and it's Gehlen's ball. And we have a travel on Gehlen, so a turnover. There's been no score in the overtime. Megan Mann in the corner. The ball gets picked off and taken away by Eiten Bogard. Brummel tries a shot, and the ball gets knocked away. Madeline Viss gets her hands on it, puts it up. The basket counts, I believe. Yes. And the inbound pass is nearly taken away by Mesa Claveringa. Long pass across the timeline, but we got a foul. Number 4, Eiten Bogard. Some substitutions, Anna Postma, Kiana Heinen, and Dieger come in. Claveringa, Eiten Bogard, and Van Manen go to the bench. 1-and-1 here for Haley Poland. First one is up, banks in. 39-38. Their second one in. I think this banked them all in. Yep. Goes for 4 for 4 on that. Ball's inbounds to Jaeger. She gives it back to Heinen, who gets it across the timeline. Madeline Viss looks for a cutting Heinen, who kicks it out to Jaeger, and her inbound pass is taken away by Sophie Rudin, who loses it all the way down the court. Heinen passing it in, gives it to Jaeger. Jaeger gives it back to Heinen. Heinen with a pass toward Madeline Viss. Now I have the score 39-39, but the announcer next to me says it's 39-38. I'm totally lost in the scoring here. Postma up and too strong off the board. The rebound fouled by Brummel over the back. So that'll put, I think, Sophie Rudin to the line. That's Brummel's third foul. And her first free throw is up and rattles around and no good. Rebound by Madeline Viss. Gives it over to Micaiah Jaeger, who's bringing the ball up the court. She has a skip pass to Viss, who finds Heinen, who looks to Postma down low. And she has a nice post play and puts it in for two. Ball pressure by the Tigers. And Jaeger, I believe, is going to be called for the foul. And that'll put Sitzman to the line. For two. Yeah, foul was on Micaiah Jaeger, her second. Sitzman's first free throw is up and no good. Mesa Claverga comes in for Heinen. And now Kate Bonderson comes in for Jaden Bartles. Score is 49-31. Now it's 40-41 in charge of the Tigers. Postma gets it into Claveringa. Claveringa passes back to Postma, gives it back to Claveringa, who takes an extra step. Now Poland in. Poland for three, off the back of the iron. Jump ball on the rebound, and it'll be the Tigers' ball. Score 40-41. Both teams will be in double bonus. 49 seconds left. Postma gets to Claveringa. Claveringa, weak pass back to Postma, gets intercepted by Sitzman. She goes in for the reverse layup and gets fouled. That foul's on Anna Postma, and that's her fifth, so she'll be heading to the end of the bench. Kiana Heinen is back in. Sitzman for her first free throw is up and good, tying up the game. And that free throw is up and off the back of the rim and gets tied up for a jump ball. Gehlen will have it underneath their basket. Inbounds to Poland. She dribbles around. Long step and a floater for two. quick inbounds to Jaeger. She brings it across the half before Gehlen can set up their pressure, and she's followed by Kate Bonderson, so she will be shooting 2. Right now the score is 43-41. Micaiah Jaeger shooting 2, 30 seconds left, but again, like I said earlier, I believe that the Tigers won this game in regulation by 1. And her first free throw is up and good. And her second one on its way and in. Again, we're back at a tie ball game according to the scoreboard, but we don't believe it's a tie ball game. Sitzman bringing it up. She skips over to Poland. Looked like she might have taken an extra step there. And definitely, what is going on? I'm not sure what they're calling here. Sitzman's down, slow to get up. But the ball is off of her out of bounds, so the Tigers will have the ball. And Gehlen's subbing in and out for fouls, skip pass ahead. And they were looking for Brummel down low. She lost the handle on it, and it was out of bounds. Jaeger is not happy. He thinks there was a foul there. It looks like there might have been a little bit of shoving. The referee disagrees. And the inbound pass, and they give a foul to Sitzman. Looked like Klavenga had the inside position on that pass, and that's why they're putting her to the line. We got 12 and a half seconds left, and the scoreboard says tie. But I'm not going to say it again. I get annoying. People tell me that at work all the time. So Klavenga on the line for 2. Her first one is up and good. 12 and a half seconds left. Second free throw up and good. Tigers ahead by 2. And Gehlen calls a 30-second timeout. So the score is 43-43, and I'm getting kind of some information from the fans that the scoreboard awarded a 3 to the Jays on a long 2-pointer. So I don't know how that works if they go over the stats at the end. I know that this huddle, and that's the video camera that everyone is watching on now, automatically sends the stats, from what I understand, keeps track of everything for the coaches. So I guess the girls, they don't even have a manager keeping track of all that. Someone else is for them. But the scorer's table really missed something there. If it was definitely a 3. So that was a made basket, so number 15 will be able to run the baseline if she chooses to. She gets it into Poland, who gives it back over to Bartle. Pass ahead, and it's taken away by the Tigers. And the Tigers, Kiana Heinen gets fouled immediately by Isaiah Sitzman. So Heinen to the line for shooting 2. So Heinen with the opportunity to make this a 2-possession game. Her first free throw is up and good. 46-43, and we got 3.5 seconds left. And timeout immediately by the Jays. Coach Jaeger, Bogart, and Vanderbrink are over there hollering, don't foul, don't foul. Don't give the Jays an opportunity to go to the line and get it close. So Gehlen down to 3 points. 2.5 seconds left, and they'll have to take it the full length of the court. I'd imagine they want to get the ball in the hands of Isaiah Sitzman, shooting a 3 or a half quarter. Tigers in your face defense with no fouls. Trinity looks like they're not giving anything on the deep ball. And they're trying, and it gets tipped by Brummel and picked up by Heinen, and that's the ball game the second time. Trinity gets their second win, 46-43. Or if you look at the stats of people that are doing a way better job than me, I think they won in regulation. Well, we'll be back in a bit. You can watch the boys warm up. I'm going to get a drink of water. This is Evan Brummel, Trinity Christian Basketball. So during the break, I visited the scorer's table about the scoring possible issue that we were seeing in the girls' game. And what we had seen was a three-pointer by Gehlen in the corner, and it was signaled by one referee as a 2 and another as a 3. They did visit the scorer's table later, and they confirmed that it was a three-pointer. So there was no reason to not go into overtime. So that makes everybody feel a little bit better upstairs here. So just going over some of the stats of the Gehlen Jays. They are 4-0. They're led in scoring by senior Keaton Bonderson. And then Drake DeRocher and Ryan Augustine are a close second and third. Let's meet the starting lineups.
Good evening, basketball fans. Trinity welcomes you to tonight's varsity basketball matchup between the Jays of Gehlen and your Trinity Christian Tigers. Reminder to practice good sportsmanship will bring you lots of positive energy by being positive toward your team members, the opponents, the coaches, and the officials. You enhance the atmosphere for this event. Consider this your warning that any negative or derogatory comments, chants, or actions may result in ejection from this event. Thank you for your cooperation. Let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting Jays. Number 4, a senior, Keaton Bonderson. Number 12, a senior, Keaton Logan. Number 14, a senior, Drake DeRocher. Number 40, a senior, Connor Kraft. Rounding up the lineup for the Jays, number 42, a senior, Ryan Augustine. The Jays are coached by Mike Lang, assisted by Eric Gehlen, Brian Wiltshire, and Alec Lang. And now, for your Tigers, a junior, number 2, Pierce Grunaway. A senior, number 10, Eli Klein. A freshman, number 14, Luke DeYoung. A sophomore, number 20, Carter Westroff. And a junior, number 24, Dustin Hosberg.
So there's our starting lineup. So I went over to the leading scorers for the Jays. For the Tigers, who are looking for their first win yet, they are led in scoring by Dustin Hawksberg, a junior, and Eli Klein would be the second leading scorer. I noticed in the starting lineups that Drew Popma is not starting this evening either. He suffered a head injury, and I don't believe he played in the last game either. We'll see if he comes off the bench tonight. And jumping, we got Dustin Hawksbergen for the Tigers and Ryan Augustine. And here we go. And the tip-off taken by the Jays. Brought up, passed over to Bonderson, who shoots a 3. Again, he's the leading scorer. You might want to put a little pressure in his face, the way it looks. Right away, they're picking up man-to-man. And the Tigers get it across the line. Eli Klein taking it further and further. He almost loses the handle on the ball. He's looking for an outlet. Dustin Hawksberg helps him out. He takes the hole and puts it in for 2. And the Jays are wasting no time getting it up the court. Ball taken to the hole by Drake DeRocher for 2. Inbounds, and yeah, face pressure, man-to-man defense all the way. Eli Klein taking it toward the hole. He gets to the baseline, kicks it out to Hawksbergen. Hawksbergen is looking for an open man. Luke DeYoung, I believe he's a freshman. Yeah, Luke DeYoung, the freshman, stepping up with Drew Popma not being able to. Ball's on the floor. Loose ball, and we're calling it jump. And it's staying on this end with the Tigers. Apologize for predicting the future a little bit. A fan told me to slow it down on the time delay a little bit. Not what one might call so tech savvy. Ball gets in. Eli Klein with a floater. Rebound went after by Luke DeYoung. Skip pass by the Jays. The Tigers are in a 2-3 zone. Dribble drive and a jump shot. 5-2, and the ball's taken away. 2 points by DeRocher. And Coach McGinkle wants to talk it over, get the boys all on the same page on how to break this press. Score is 2-9. Like I said earlier, the Jays are undefeated on the season, 4-0. Tigers looking for their first win, 0-2. Tigers will get the ball underneath the basket of the Jays. It was a made basket, so Hawksburg gets to run the baseline if he would like. Gets it into Klein. Screen set by Gruneweg, opens it up a little bit for Klein. He dribbles in, kicks it out to Hawksbergen. Hawksbergen, one dribble, jump shot, off the mark. Jay's right there for the rebound. And they're running and looking ahead all the time here. And the drive baseline, kicks it out for a 3. Up and good for Drake DeRocher. Long pass by Hawksbergen to Klein. Trying to move the ball up a little bit. We were talking about Drew Popma earlier that he had a head injury, didn't play the last game. Wasn't sure if he was going to come in, but he's already ready to check into the game. So things must be going better for him. Hawksbergen loses it off the dribble. Picked up by Logan. Kicked out Bonderson for another 3. That's 2 for him, if I'm counting right. Inbound pass is a bit inerrant. Run down by Eli Klein. Pushing it up the court, and he gets fouled by Ryan Austentine. First foul of the game. Popma comes in for Luke DeYoung. Popma comes back for the inbound pass from Eli Klein. Eli Klein gets the ball back. He's bringing it across the court, calling a play. Yeah, the Tigers trying to slow it down a little bit, find an open shot possibly. Popma has been known to hit some 3-pointers from time to time. I looked at the stats earlier. I don't remember what they were. A little give and go. Klein to the hole for 2. 4-15. Long 3-pointer by Bonderson. Bounces off the rim, hits the top of the backboard, and they're calling it out of bounds. So Tigers ball. I believe that shot was the first miss by the Jays. Hawksbergen in the corner, giving it back to Klein. Pick and roll was attempted, but the Jays switch it off. Hawksburgen gives it to Wester as he's cutting in. He loses the handle on the ball. Here come the Jays. Fast break and 2. Tigers get it across the timeline. Eli Klein takes her all the way to the hole, just a little bit off on his layup. And the Jays are run, and picked off in the middle by Hawksburgen. He goes up for a layup for 2. Tigers are going to have to get in the passing lane, slow some of this down for the Jays. Jays are very comfortable to run the way it looks. They didn't look at any of the scores of their games. Bonderson to the hole. He drops it off to DeRocher, who puts it up and in. Klein picks up his dribble to half. And they didn't get it across the timeline in enough time. We used to argue with the refs all the time. Some count faster than others, but now they keep a close eye at the shot clock, so we're keeping everybody honest here. Tigers are playing 4-1, keeping one man on. Keaton Bonderson, as he's heading to the baseline, he gets fouled by Pierce Grinaway. That's his first. Bonderson to the hole, just off the mark. Gets tipped out of the lane. Scramble there. Jays keep the ball. And his shot did hit the rim, so they get a fresh 35 on the shot clock. Tigers in a man-to-man. Ryan Augustine takes to the hole for 2. Tigers get it across the line. Defense is still pretty tight. Get across the line, you still got to watch out for 5. Hawksburgen all the way to the hole. Goes around the hoop and out. And Keaton Bonderson all the way to the hole for 2. We're getting a full timeout by Van Ginkel here. See if he can get his boys to step it up a little bit, slow this game down, put it back in their favor. Right now we're 6-23 with 2 minutes left in the game, in the quarter. Jays pretty much get to do whatever they want in this game. Coach Van Ginkel looking for something to change it a bit for him. Gehlen cheerleaders getting their crowd into it while the Trinity crowd sits here in silence. So if you can hear me on this, come to the game and let's cheer these boys on. It always just amazes me how we don't make any noise. Well, Hawksburgen should be able to run the baseline. It looks like they're setting up a little bit of a press break with Popma and Klein. Oh, give and go and a jump stop by Hawksburgen. He gets fouled with a shot to the hoop. They'll be going the line for 2. Well, that foul was on number 40, Connor Kraft, his first. Free throw is up and good. 7-23. The second one is up and good. 8-23, and I believe 6 of those were by Hawksburgen. Keaton Bonnerson takes it to the hole. Hawksburgen is up, slaps it against the backboard. It goes in anyway, but he gets charged with goaltending. Checking in now is 32, Carter Kellen, senior. The ball, they inbound it to Klein. He has an open lane all the way across the timeline. Crossover dribble. He finds Hawksburgen. Hawksburgen backing around. He kicks it out to Westra for 3. And he was fouled by 32, Carter Kellen, his first. So Carter Westra will be going to the line for 3. First one is up and off the mark. He gets 2 more tries here. Second shot is up and good, making the score 9-25. The third attempt is also good. 2 out of 3 for Westra. I believe he's a sophomore. Keaton Logan kicks it out. And they're looking inside. Hawksburg is playing good defense. They stop the dribble drive. Loose ball. Kicked out to number 12. He kicks it into 32. Carter Kellen up and he's fouled. So he'll be going to the line shooting 2. Foul on number 4, Drew Popma, his first. And the second. First free throw is up and good. Second free throw up, no good. Rebounded by Hawksburgen. He chooses to take it himself up the court. Gets across the timeline, dribble drive, loses it. Taken away by number 12, Keaton Logan. Long pass, tipped by Eli Klein. It's going to stay under the basket, but that was a good defensive move to make sure that the Jays didn't get a free basket. Jays get it in. Dribble to the baseline. The pass is intercepted by Westra, who dives for it before it gets out of bounds. Three-pointer up and no good. Long rebound. And nobody is on Keaton Logan. He had a free lane all the way in and misses the easy layup. 6 seconds left in the game. Eli Klein, jump shot, off the mark. 1-0, that's the end of the first quarter, 26-10. The Jays have 3 team fouls, the Tigers have 2. One on Drew Popma, and I didn't make a mark for the other one. Sorry. But then again, when I look at the Jays, I made a mark for Carter Kellen and a mark for Connor Kraft, but missed the third one. So definitely a fast-paced game, high-scoring first quarter for the Gehlen Jays. But the Tigers are hanging around. We talked earlier about the JV game where our girls were down 5-24 at one point, and they ended up only losing by 1, I believe. And then the girls varsity, after all kinds of commotion, we were having this and that and that and this, timeouts going to the wrong team, all kinds of stuff at the score table. I was about to go over there and tell them we needed some different ones. And then the three-pointer, that was first signaled as a 2. So we up here in the announcer's booth were thinking that the Tigers had won in regulation, and it went into overtime. Tigers back in a 1-2-2 zone. Long rebound. Dustin Hawksburg is taking it down the court. He's slowing it down. No, he decides he's going all the way for a floater. Misses. Hits, goes for his own rebound. Tips to the Jays. Three-pointer by Drake DeRocher in the corner. And full court press again by the Jays. Hawksburg gets it into Klein, who gives it back to Hawksburg, and he takes it across the line for a safe advancement of the ball down the court. Carter Wester in the corner. He's looking for an out. Finds Dustin Hawksburg. Couldn't quite get the handle on it, but the referee said he did and traveled with it. Now Luke DeYoung in for Carter Westra. Ball brought up by Keaton Logan, and he passes it over to Drake DeRocher, and he throws it in to Ryan Augustine, puts it in for two. Eli Klein bringing it across the timeline. Dribble into some traffic here. Cutting Luke DeYoung, can't quite get a handle on it. Run down by Hawksburg, 20 on the shot clock. Passes it back over to Klein, who sees Luke DeYoung down low, gives it to Hawksburg. Hawksburg, we're down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Three. Eli Klein dribble, drive, rims in and out. It's kind of a forced shot. Pierce Grinaway putting the pressure on Drake DeRocher. His pass is intercepted by Eli Klein, who puts it up and in and gets fouled by Drake DeRocher. So Eli Klein, a chance for a three-point play. Carter Wester coming in for Dustin Hawksburg. 6:01 left in the quarter. Hawksburg's been running up and down the court full bore. Maybe he needs a little bit of a break. Free throw is in and out for Klein. Rebounded by Keaton Bonderson, who passes it up. Loose ball. Carter Wester ends up with possession. He kicks it out to Popma. Popma wants to give to Klein. Let Klein bring it up. Got a spacing issue here for the Tigers. If they want to run a play, give and goal. Taken away by the Jays. Pass it ahead to Keaton Bonderson, who lays it in for two. Carter Wester's inbound pass is picked off. Two-pointers sent up by Zane Whelan for three. Coach Van Ginkel wants another timeout. 36-12. Tigers will be inbounding. Carter Wester has an opportunity, if he wants to run the baseline. Wester inbounds it to Klein. Klein is asking for everybody to clear out, and does, gets it across the half court. Carter Westra, dribble, drive, fadeaway jumper, banks it in. Pretty good opportunity for the Tigers. And Keaton Bonderson, dribble and Jump shot and in. Pierce Gruneweg gets the ball, sets the screen for Eli Klein to get it across the half. Drew Popma, he pulls up for a three, off the mark. Bonderson, that guy's got some ups. He takes the rebound, kicks it out. That shot is off the mark, rebounded by the Jays. Inbound pass by Ryan Augustine, fouled by Drew Popma. Drew doesn't believe that he did. Kind of looked like it though. So usually when you try to argue with the ref, you don't win. So confusion there by the Jays on who's inbound it. DeRocher is looking for the ball. 30 ends up with it. Spin move by Augustine, up and in. Quick inbound pass. Let's clear out. They give it back to Hawksburg, and Hawksburg gets across the half. He's looking for Westra as he cuts to the basket. Westra with a fadeaway, up for two. Scores 40-16 in favor of Gehlen. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the half. Bonderson takes it in. Shot clock down to 13. They're going to give it to Bonderson and let him make some room however he would like. And he pushes off on Pierce Gruneweg, and they charge him with an offensive foul. You can't do that, says the referee. You can't do that. Pierce Gruneweg inbounding it. He gets it cross court to Hawksburg. Hawksburg calling for a screen. Picks up his dribble. Over to Wester. Wester declines at the top of the key. Fake shot. We got a cutting Gruneweg. He gets tripped up. Ball's on the floor. Loose ball. Picked up by Landon Reuter. Shot by Bonderson. Three. Long three. Rebounded by Augustine. He kicks it back out. And we got another charge. Pierce Gruneweg picks up the charge. Referees don't like the bar arm shoving against the Tigers. Pierce Gruneweg comes out of the game. We got Drew Popma back in. Hawksburg gets it into Klein. Everybody clears out, gives him a little bit of space to get it up the court. Klein all the way. His free layup is short off the front of the rim. Bonderson in the quarter. He finds Augustine, who kicks it over. Drake DeRocher takes it to the hoop and gets fouled on the shot. He'll be at the line for two. 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in the half. Our score is 16-40. That's the fourth team foul by the Tigers. First on Luke DeYoung. Second free throw is up and good. Wester takes it out, gives it to Hawksburg. Hawksburg pushes it up the court, doesn't give the Jays an opportunity to set up in their press. He finds a cutting Klein. He gives it over to Popma. Popma back to the Klein at the top of the key. Hawksburg now looking for somebody cutting. Augustine says, I'll take that, but he doesn't get it. Klein at top of the key, driving. And he shoots, hits the rim, a little bit short. Wester with the rebound, up and in. Augustine in the corner. Luke DeYoung's got a hand in his face. Skip pass by the Jays. They got at the top of the key. They're going to set up a play. DeRocher drives all the way and lays it in. Klein sees DeYoung, sees the Hawksburg up front. He tries to force a left-handed layup, but off the mark, rebounded by the Jays. They come back down. Bonderson, top of the key. We got a blocking foul, I think, by Drew Popma. I think that's his third. Drew Popma, third foul. Pierce Grinway coming in for him. So we got 2 free throws for Keaton Logan. First one is up and good. (44-18), minute 19 left in the quarter and a half. Second free throw up and good as well. Substitution, Trevor Teal coming in. Eli Klein bringing it up. Pierce setting a screen. Klein gives it over to Hawksbergen. Dribble jump shot off the mark. Rebounded by the Jays, and they're coming down. All the subs in for Gehlen the way it looks. Giving their guys a little bit of extra break before the half. 3-point shot. Just off the mark. Rebounded by Gruneweg. Gives it off to Klein. 41 seconds left in the half. Kicks it out to Hawksbergen. Hawksbergen dribble drive. Loses the handle on it. Klein picks it up. 2 dribbles. Rebounded by DeYoung. Hawksbergen thought about a 3-pointer. Pierce Gruneweg takes it to the hole and puts it in for 2. 20-46. 17 seconds left. See if Gehlen holds on to it for one shot. Down to 10, 9, 8. Taken away by Pierce Gruneweg. 5 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2. Kicks it out to Klein for a 3, and he's off the mark. They're looking for the end of the half score. Just missed. Tigers down 20-46. And we'll be back after the half. And we're back for the second half. Tigers are trailing 20-46. That was a really nice ensemble for our pep band. I really like the Let It Snow, Let It Snow. So fitting for the last evening into today. So we're coming back to the action. Carter Wester, he gets it into Eli Klein. Tigers are playing a high post the way it looks. Trying to get some movement in the offense. Pierce Gruneweg dribbles baseline and kind of gets stopped, kicks it out and gets taken away. Turnover by the Tigers. Keaton Bonderson takes it all the way to the basket. And a 30-second timeout taken by Gehlen. The coach must have saw something he didn't like. Tigers breaking in. Gehlen came out of their full court press and going to a 2-3 zone. Tigers working around. Hawksburg is calling for the ball in the lane. They get it to him in the corner. Luke DeYoung is working the bottom post. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Skip pass by Wester to Gruneweg. He's got nowhere to go. 8 seconds down. Three-pointer from the corner by Hawksburg. Rebounded by Pierce. And he misses, gets his own rebound, puts it up again, and off the rim. Bonderson down by the block. Turnaround jump shot and good. The Tigers, Dustin Hawksburg in the high post. He gets it, dribbles down to the corner. Nowhere to go with the ball. He kicks it back up to Klein. Klein dribbles over to Pierce, over to Hawksburgen. Hawksburgen calling for somebody to get in. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Gruneweg gets it to the middle and it's turnover. And taken all the way to the hoop by Keaton Bonderson. 50-20. I think Bonderson, that was up to 22 points. Tigers passing around the outside. Westra in and out of the lane. Gruneweg takes it in. Shot is blocked. 13 seconds on the shot clock. He kicks it out to Westra. Westra shot misses. Gehlen looks ahead, kicks it to Bonderson, who throws it out to number 12. Keaton Logan for a three. 55-20. Gruneweg loses the handle on it, gets it taken away by DeRocher, and he fouls DeRocher. Checking in, Gabe Wiltgen. Going to the bench is Connor Kraft. And now we got Keaton Logan at the point. He passes it over. And they find a cutter. Kicks it back out. A lot of quick passes by the Jays here. And we got a dribble drive and a shot. He misses, rebounded by Gabe Wiltgen, and he puts it up and in. You know, I'd say the Jays have pretty high percentage here, but a lot of the shots are within the lane for the Jays. Keaton Logan, he had a fast break, and he gets fouled by Carter Wester. Carter takes away the easy basket. 4:21 left in the quarter. 57-20. Second free throw is off the mark. Jump ball goes to the Jays. Ball is bobbled. The Hawksburg nearly takes it away. Connor Kraft takes it to the hole. The Tigers get it inside to Luke DeYoung, kicks it out to Dustin Hawksburg and shoots it for a three. Tigers seem content not to work the ball in. And a travel is called on number 12, Keaton Logan, before he shoots the three. Turnover, Tigers ball. Oxford takes it out, and he gives it over to Klein. Klein takes it up. Nobody's in a hurry here. We got 30 seconds on the shot clock. Pass it over to Gruneweg. Gruneweg back to Klein, top of the key. Finally working inside, Luke DeYoung. Luke DeYoung takes the hole and puts it in for two. 22-59. The Jays slowing down a little bit. Carter Wester gets in the passing lane, tips it away. Klein nearly has it. Up ahead to Carter Westra. Carter Westra, nowhere to go, passes it off to Hawksburg. Switching sides of the court here. Luke DeYoung is still working down low. Klein spin move, drops it off to Gruneweg. Gruneweg spins with the ball before he puts it on the floor for a dribble. Kyle Wienias comes into the game for Luke DeYoung. Scores 59-22. And Keaton Bonderson's going to take it to the hole, but he gets fouled on his way. That foul is going to be on Pierce Gruneweg. His third. That would be some of the fouls that I missed earlier. Hawksburg sees a slashing Gruneweg, but somebody from the yellow gets in the way. DeRocher just short, fighting for the rebound. DeRocher gets it and puts it up and in. Bonderson just goes and goes and goes, and there's an inerrant pass. Getting a little sloppy for the Tigers here. They'll have it out of bounds underneath the basket. Eli over trying to calm down Hawksburg, and that's a good teammate there. Who's passing the ball in? Eli Klein is going to pass it in there underneath his basket. He's calling out the play of what they're going to do. He kicks it out to Hawksburg. Hawksburg, top of the key. We got 55 seconds left in the quarter. Wester has the inside, 10 seconds left. He kicks it out to Klein. Klein with a floater in the middle. He hits the rim at least, get a new fresh 35. 40 seconds left in the quarter. Ball is tipped and taken away. DeRocher takes it. He's sending that three-pointer. Nobody's on him, so let's shoot it, and it goes in. Three-pointer by DeRocher, 64-22. That's his first three-pointer of the game. Shot clock is off. We're down to 10 seconds left in the quarter. Hawksburg takes it to the hole, jump stop, takes it all the way off the back of the backboard. Pierce Gruneweg gets it, shoots a three at the end of the quarter. So at the end of the third quarter, it's 22-64 in favor of Gehlen. Trinity Christian trying lots of different things to try to get it into the cylinder, but nothing's really working. Doesn't help, though, that Lamar's Gehlen, whatever they throw up, goes in. I would say their shooting percentage is well over 65. We'll have to check the stats later, as in after somebody puts it on Varsity Bound. But one thing about the girls' varsity game that I learned, their leading scorer, Whitehead, is out. She was on the bench for the sling. So Maya Whitehead, who is a senior and their leading scorer, was out for the game, but I'd say that the Tigers would have won anyway. So at the start of the fourth quarter, it'll be Trinity's ball. And get it in the high post. Kyle Weenie for a three, long three, rebounded by Carter Wester, and he puts it up and in. 24-64. Three-pointer by DeRocher is up and in, 67-24. That's his second or third. Gruneweg, he thought he did a jump stop, and the referee says, no, you didn't. You traveled. Trey Bogart into the game for Carter Westra. Trey is a sophomore. Trinity's a pretty young team from what I can tell. They got two seniors. There's three juniors. Two seniors, three juniors, three sophomores, and a freshman for their varsity. Bonderson with the ball, top of the key. He finds number 12, Logan, who missed, but rebounded by the Jays and put back in. Eli Klein with a floater, and it's up and in. Timeout. Timeout by Gehlen, a substitution timeout. Everybody out, everybody in. The substitutes are going to get some playing time here. It's a real test to see how Trinity responds to this. They don't have all of their starters in. But if they're not facing the starters, let's see if they can play some defense, get some stops, and put some points on the board. Ball gets worked in, number 32. He kicks it out to Gabe Wilton. He puts it up for three. Hawksburg dribble drive, floater, it's in. 28-72. Gehlen Catholic, seeing how they're running with the ball, it's understood why they're undefeated. Quite the fight down low between Trey Bogart and Wilton. He gets the ball, kicks it off to 24, puts it up and in. 2 points for Zane Wieldman. Wieland. Trey Bogart gives it over to Dustin Hawksburg. We got Kyle Weenie working the bottom. Pierce Gruneweg up top. Eli Klein banks in a three. 31-74. So we are putting some points on the board, but we got to get some stops here. That's what it looks like to me. Defense, we got to get our hands up. And taken away by Kyle Weenie and Pierce Gruneweg. Pierce takes it all the way up, kicks it off to Eli Klein. Eli dribbles twice, kicks it out to Hawksburg, and Hawksburg with a long two. Rolls around, nobody gets the rebound. Here we go now, Gehlen. Gehlen's taking it down the court. Down to 4.5 minutes left in the game. Tigers down 31-74. Gehlen's passing around. They find somebody down low. Kicks it back out. 2-pointer, long. Two, rebound by Pierce Gruneweg. Dustin Hawksburg bringing it up now. He lets Eli Klein take it over. Eli puts a couple moves on. Dustin's looking for somebody to cut it to the basket. Kyle Wienia, long three off the mark, rebounded by Gehlen. Second three-pointer attempt by Gabe Wilton. Oh, we're going a timeout for Gehlen. He wants to talk it over, and hey guys, let's get this not so run and gun. 3:39 left in the game. Score is 31-74. It's getting a little sloppy out there, and Coach Gehlen didn't really like that. Even though they're substitutes, they got to play it the right way. According to his book, this is why we practice, boys. Kylan Davalar is in now for Kyle Wienia. The sophomore as well. And Corey Mawson is in. Tigers have gone to, I think, a man-to-man defense here, trying to put the pressure on, see if they can get some stops and maybe some takeaways. Ball gets sent inside. Trey Bogard is right in his face. Ball gets tipped by Eli Klein. It's on the ground, and they're going to be calling jump ball. And the ball will be given to the Tigers. Good hustle. Way to get on the floor, fellas. And we're down to 3:05 to go in the game. We are down 31-74. Look inside to Trey Bogard. Ball gets tipped away. Picked up by the Tigers. We're staying on this side. Trey Bogart's trying to post it up. The inbound pass was not very good, right at his feet. Kylan Grinaway says, no, I'm not going to give that to you for free. And he commits a foul. So we'll be sending Davalar. Who did I say? Grinaway. Two free throws by Trevor Teal. First one is up and no good. Coming into the game now, we got Daniel Cleach and Caden Hanks. Second free throw is up and short, off the mark, rebounded by 32. He kicks it out, and we got a three-pointer for Landon Reuter. Even their subs can't miss. I tell you what, Kylan Davalar gives it to Dustin Hawksburg and gives it to Trey Bogard. Eli Klein for a three. Rims in and out. Here come the Jays. Ooh. Eli Klein trying to get that pass. Not quite fast enough there. Posting up against Dustin Hawksburg, and he kicks it back out. Inerrant pass, and now the Tigers will have it. Minute 54 to go in the game. Running clock. Hawksbergen over to Davalar. Gives it back to Hawksbergen. Hawksbergen is a little bit of trouble here, trying to get it out. Bobbled around. Boy, bodies on the floor. They're calling the jump ball, and it'll be Gehlen. Coach Gehlen is trying to call a play. Landon Reuter's bringing the ball up now. Tigers still in that man-to-man defense. Three-pointer by Reuter off the mark. Rebound, long rebound, bobbled around, bodies on the floor, foul. Foul is on Kylan Davalar. His first. 48 seconds left in the game. Taken away by Dustin Hochberg. Dustin Hochberg going down, and he has an easy layup, misses it. Got to be better than that, guys. Looked like he wanted to dunk it and change his mind. He has defense coming up behind him. Corey Mawson on the ball. Eli Klein putting the pressure on. He gets driven around. Puts it on the floor, 44. Landon Reuter puts it on the floor. He gets fouled. That'll be the 5th foul on the Tigers of the half. Still no bonus. 8, 7, 6. And 3 seconds left. 2 seconds, and that's the end of the ball game. 31-77. Tigers been meeting a lot of good teams so far this year. They fall to 0-3, and Gehlen Jays improved to 5-0. So that's the end of the ball games tonight. Thanks for listening, and maybe they'll let me come back again. This is Evan Brummel with Trinity Basketball.